Go to
Oh,
first topic. It's me bots. Let's talk about bots, dude. Who's for them? Hobo.
Yo, there's already enough bots in the game, dude.
What about you, HAV?
I'm okay with it if we're gonna bring more people, but I think most of us aren't we just gonna play rank mode and not have to deal with them too much anyways?
Yep, I am.
So yeah, I don't really think it's gonna be a big deal. I think playing a regular game is gonna be with bots will be the new like warm up game or when you don't have your buddies with you to just play for fun.
Yeah, I mean the developers were saying that the reason that they were adding the bots was because new players were jumping in and they were just getting slaughtered, and they'd play a couple games and it just wasn't for them, and they just didn't feel like they could catch up in skill level.
I mean, as long as the lobby is not 90% bots and you have 10 real people, I think it's fine. Like, I feel like if it's half and half, playable.
Yeah, they also said that there was a issue with the amount of bots that they added, and it wasn't supposed to be as much. So I think all the people that are in console that are playing right now, that it's like 80% bots. I think that's just a bug. I mean, would you be mad if you got 40 kills?
I literally think they fucked it up. I literally think they fucked it up, and then wait, 40 kills in normal means nothing. You don't get ranked. You don't get nothing at the end of the season.
No, but you get 40 kills, dude.
Yeah, but if you get 40 kills, it's fun, dude. Like,
Yeah, but nobody's gonna look at that stat when it really comes down to making a team. You know, like Plausible's not gonna look at that.
yeah, but
Yeah.
if you're a new player and you played for, like, let's say, 10 days,
And you're running
you're
people
able to
over,
kill
and you're
some
fucking.
people, like, it's still fun. I feel like it's okay, dude. It adds some fun.
I mean, this is where I think I'm gonna talk from a little bit of experience. Back when I was like really shit, like 250 ADR, 200 to 250, like literally all you do like as a shit player is you kind of lose that aspect where you're like, oh, I'm gonna fuck up this guy, right? Like I'm gonna shoot out the tires on that vehicle before they get to it, and that was kind of like the fun part because to me, I knew there was an actual person on the other side that would try to go over that vehicle, right? Even though I couldn't kill them, I couldn't aim, I couldn't hit them, I could hit the tires. Part of that was like part of the strat. But like now you put a bot in, it's like, will they even go? People learn their like kind of movements, right? Albeit it's a bot, like it's not like a learning AI bot where it's like super advanced. Like they're gonna move in certain like ways. People will start to know all that like as they play. It just becomes predictable. And so I guess the thing is like I guess once they start learning those patterns, they're able to actually kill. I guess the suggested point is to maybe make them join ranked or have them join ranked when they're ready.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's what it's gonna do. It's gonna funnel players. It's like, okay, I know how to play. I know the kind of the general basics of the game, and then I'm gonna funnel in to ranked, and then I'm gonna play my placement matches. I'm gonna start in bronze league and work my way up the ladder. I think that's the goal. Unless you just want to fly around with a glider and do crazy stuff.
And so no, like talking ranked, like how's that MMR? I guess it's like it's like I guess it's like everything we see on PUBG, OPGG, where you look at win rates, you look at kill.
Yeah.
The
So
death
in the
ratio.
patch notes, it's kills, assist, and placement were the three factors for your rank.
But like, okay,
So essentially
Okay.
kills. Oh, and it did say though that it's placement, not your overall team placement. So if you die right off the bat, I think you lose points.
that would make no sense. You're playing as a team.
No bot pushes.
There's gonna be a lot more snakes, dude.
Shy, how are you gonna be with bots?
Chad's gonna love it, dude. It's his favorite map.
no. Why are they making bots, man? God.
I mean, do you think bots are gonna drive people away? I feel like everyone's.
It is. It's like there's no.
You're not gonna have any, Shy,
The whole
if you play
point of this
ranked.
game is to fight somebody else, not like a computer generated.
Here, let me
Crap.
throw this scenario at you. Say you're playing Terminator, an online game. It's just like PUBG, but there's NPC Terminators walking around, and you gotta kind of kill those. If not, they will attract attention from real players. Does that ruin the game?
Yeah, it's just like there's no adrenaline to it. It's just like, oh, I just killed a bot.
True. But what if instead of labeling it and presenting it as like a real player, they were just like, oh, these are like some kind of cyborg that came out of like the cave in Vikendi.
Oh
Kinda
my
thing.
god, no. No.
Huh? Amongst real players.
Oh god, I can't even.
No.
Yeah, maybe if they introduced like that zombie mode, and made all the AIs like zombies.
Yeah,
where
instead,
they get
like-
a little bit of a boost of speed, a little bit of
Like, would you really
like
care
just
that
make it
you're
a little
killing
bit more
it?
challenging.
And-
Well, I feel like what people play this game in the first place, or the reason I play it, because it's very realistic. It's kind of
Yeah.
the most realistic game that you can actually play. So if it
Okay.
gets too weird, I don't know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like it either.
I was just thinking of a way to maybe like introduce the bots instead of introducing them as real players, you know? And then you just playing, you're like, oh, this is a fucking bot. And then maybe if they're presented as more like NPCs, it wouldn't be such a big deal.
Yeah, I think the factor that Shai was talking about was the same one that I was talking about earlier, where, you know, I know that when I shot out that tire, I fucked up a team, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I go and shoot out a tire now, I'm like, I don't know if those are bots or not, and it's like it diminishes the return. Like,
Okay.
obviously, I'm not gonna be in that regular normal, but I'd be at least playing in ranked. But then, you know, if the people who are playing in normal, I don't know if that takes it away from them, or if they've never experienced that, is it going to take away from their experience, right? So it's a little bit different, I guess, coming from guys that played this for close to 2,500 hours. Like,
Mm-hmm. So is it just the amount of bots? Like, say there was 90 people and it needed to fill the lobby to 100, and it just added 10 more bots. Would you be upset about that?
depends how many people start on the map. Like, really, do you want
90.
to drop in Myanmar with 50 though? Oh, it's a minimum 90.
Well, I'm just saying, like, in theory, say 90 people were to join and only 10 bots. And those bots get, you know, just fucking ran over or whatever right in the beginning. Like, I feel like it doesn't really matter.
I don't think it really matters. I think it's fine. I honestly think bots. I don't think we would actually know the effect of bots until they actually put it in.
Mhm.
Like, all the good players don't worry about the bots because we feel like it's an addition that we didn't need.
Mm-hmm.
But if we think from a lower like ADR player perspective, that may be something that they're like, you know, it's kind of tiring getting wrecked every single time. Like, walk into a house, get wrecked, like drop, get wrecked. Like, you're gonna stop playing as like relatively quicker than not.
I mean, also how well they balance the bots, right? If they make it realistic, like let's say they make it 80 to 100 ADR accuracy player, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Then you're like, all right, if I kill 100, you know, that way I can kill a player who's 100 ADR, and he's not like 20 ADR player. That's complete garbage.
I'm sure they can take like 100 ADR player spray patterns and kind of mimic those. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So if they make it to like, you know, 80 to 100 ADR skill player, so killing a bot, you'd be like, all right, kill just 100 ADR player. Not bad.
Would you be against them not adding the kills to your total if there were bots? Like, say you kill 2 bots and then you kill 3 guys, but it didn't count the 2 bots since they weren't real players.
I don't think that matters because when it comes down to it, if you're just playing normal,
Mm-hmm.
and if they've implemented it correctly, at the tier that we are playing with, we should not be running into bots. That's what
Well, yeah,
they're saying.
yeah, that's what it's saying.
That's what hypothetically that's what it's saying. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if it's implemented correctly, we shouldn't have to worry about that.
But it's the average of the lobby though, so there could be some low guys in there, and then it adds more bots than you probably want.
I mean, I guess like then it comes back to your questions. Like,
Yeah.
if you get 40 kills, are you gonna be mad?
Okay, I think we're good on bots. Let's talk about ranked. How excited are you guys about ranked?
I'm pretty
Really?
pumped.
Yeah, I think it'll be cool. I just not. I'm worried that we're gonna be playing like the same people all the time because people that aren't good gonna play regular mode or normal, whatever. And then even though it's only 64 people, I feel like we're already running to a lot of the same people.
Damn, if
But
there's
the
gonna
hub-
be 64 people, ADR is gonna drop.
Wait,
Plus
will it though? I feel like when I drop now, and after the first circle, there's only 60 people left.
Yeah, I guess people might drop like more comp style, more conservative.
I think up in the higher tiers too. I think bronze players might drop crazy, but I think as you go up in the tiers, it's gonna get sweaty.
I think the playstyle definitely is going to change more towards tournament style. When it comes to, you know, do we like, you know, how people are, oh, let's just hot drop. Like, people in ranked are going to be way more sweatier. Hot drop is going to be like an absolute no-no. You're not going to get like, you know, the 5 squads in Pachinki or like 5 squads in, well, previous Vikendi for Goroka. You know,
Yeah.
now you're gonna get squads that are in the middle of fucking nowhere, and your playstyle will actually change. You actually like, I'm not gonna lie, I do this all the time. I bot push into fucking Vikendi random like small towns because I don't expect people to be there on an average like game.
Yeah.
However, if we switch up the playstyle and it becomes more of comp, like I found that when we were playing like play with PUBG, like people got sweaty. Like there were people in compounds that you're like, what the fuck are these people doing in this compound? There's nothing there. But they were there because they like didn't want to drop into a big city and get fucked.
But what's the reward for playing like this? You know, like are you gonna get special skins? You know, like are
So
we
gold
trying?
and above you get different skins, it says. Gold and above you'll get different skins.
Mhm.
Anything lower than that you just get a plate with your rank on it.
It says
Your name.
all players will receive a nameplate with an emblem recognizing their tier. Players who end up in the season at gold or higher will receive ranked reward skins. So, oh, and then there's like top 500 too. Top 500 gets a special item.
One thing I do like is that they're adding in that phone number thing. So if they get
Yeah.
banned, you have to get a new phone number. And I mean, that should theoretically eliminate a lot of hackers. But I mean, that's what happened with CSGO, and I don't know how that.
Hobo, you have a phone?
Yeah? What? Oh, yeah, I guess. No, I don't. I play off my Fisher Price.
Okay. Shard, you got a phone?
He's too young, dude. He's like 17.
Oh,
he's
that's why
gotta-
they involve your
He's gotta
parents.
ask his mom.
I mean, so do you think that's enough incentive to have people to play sweaty for rank? Is just some skins?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, not even skins,
Well,
right?
not
If you look
skins,
at
it's just-
CS:GO, if you look at Dota, they all got ranked mode, and people
Mhm.
just grind that for life. You know?
Well, I think yeah, just people that play for wins, like that's enough motivation in itself just to get your win rate up. And then will be kind of similar to that.
Plus, the rest of the player base, I say they're pretty hardcore players, whoever's left. So I think everybody's just going to be focusing.
You know, and that's the thing too. Like, you know, all of us here, we don't want to play with bots, so we're automatically going to join the rank system. And I think that a majority of players don't want to play with bots, so they might fill the queues. And I think that's what's gonna, and especially with less players, I think the queues will always be popping. And you know, we were talking about playing with the same players over and over again sometimes.
Well, I
but
mean,
that might.
here I think here's the argument for me is like, yeah, people are gonna be popping, but like, what if I want to play Vikendi? Now I have to play with bots. Like,
For
We won't be
now,
able to pick maps, right? You're
there's only 3 maps in the rotation,
but you can't pick, right? You
yeah, I don't
have
think
to-
so. No,
and you can't dodge.
you can't dodge either.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, too.
So I mean, I think Vikendi is being, you know, basically fixed right now
Tried out. Right
yeah.
now. Yeah.
to be pushed into ranked. So I don't. Obviously, this isn't the end all, but it should be good. I want Vikendi to be in ranked. It'd be good.
I feel once it goes into comp mode, into competitive match,
Yeah.
go at it.
I mean, are you guys upset there's no super settings?
Well, there's going to be some super settings, right? They said improved AR loot
Yeah, I mean, it's
and
not super.
faster circles. They might keep on buffing.
Yeah.
I'm happy there's no red zone.
Once again, it'll change our playstyle. Like I think a lot of us are used to, finishing a squad and having like a good minute and a half to loot and get to our next spot.
Mm-hmm.
If the blue's moving faster, we're gonna be like, okay, less looting, faster movement,
Yeah, adapt,
potentially
dude.
making more mistakes. Well, no, for sure. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna change the playstyle
Yeah.
dramatically.
There's going to be less early fight.
Yeah, I think it's just a
People are
little less
gonna-
early fights, but fights all the way through. Apparently on Reddit, people were posting from their tests that it was essentially from middle game all the way to the end, non-stop fighting.
That's awesome.
And you can, like outrun the blue always. So this way you're not inside blue.
Okay, that would be good because like I just fucking hate sitting in blue, dude. Like,
Yeah. Okay. Shai, you want to add anything to this?
She's asking permission for mom's phone.
All right, let's talk about the weapon changes real quick.
I think he was hungry. He's making food.
Weapon changes. M4 got nerfed,
Fuck that shit, dude.
and
Leave M4 alone, dude.
leave it alone.
Leave Brittany alone.
It wasn't that OP. Like, I would be taking MP5 over M4. I'll take a Vector over M4 if I got a DMR. I don't know. I don't think M4 is that OP.
Like, I don't know what stat they're basing it on. If they're basing it off of people, I just think people like the feel of the M4 more than. I don't think they were doing it for the damage. I don't think they were doing it. That's my opinion. Like, I wasn't picking up the M4 because I like the damage. I wasn't picking up the M4 because.
What about spray?
I picked up the M4 because I like the spray.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
let's spray. Easy to
But
control.
the AK can do similar things.
True. I mean,
Has weaker mid-range, I would say. Recoil.
yeah, and shooting really far with AK is aids.
True.
So they reduced bullet velocity and distance, the damage it does at a distance. I think it used to be a little bit over 400. I think they reduced it down to 300, if I'm right.
Yeah,
300
450 to 350.
no 350.
Okay, yeah. So I think that's just to mitigate people from tap fire, tap. They were essentially using it as a DMR. I don't think they want them to do
I think I'm gonna pose a question for this. Then I'm gonna pose a question. Why decrease the M4, which is largely used by a large majority of people, and not buff some of the other guns to make them more popular?
that. They did.
No, right. So they
Yeah,
did, as well as lowered the M4. Why not? Why is the M4 considered overpowered in that sense when you can easily? It's like, why'd you introduce the Mosley if you already had a K9?
Well, that's a touchy subject, I think.
Well, okay, sure, but at the same time, it's like same thing. Why couldn't you buff the barrel to be, shorter distance but higher damage but similar control?
Well, I mean, if you look at the graph too, that's on the page. It was just if you look at the damage distribution over distance, it was just fucking wrecking, and it shouldn't be.
But that graph only shows ARs.
Yeah, it should have everything on it.
Yeah.
Like DMRs.
Like just look at the gap, the gap of damage done with the M4. It's just too much.
But that's because people pick that up. That it's people like that gun for the spray.
Yeah, I know, but if you look at all the other guns, the amount of damage they do is kind of consistent throughout. And if you look at the M4's damage, there's that giant curve.
It says percent of killed.
I don't think that's damage. I think
It
it's
says
just
kill
percentage of
kill distribution over distance. Yeah, it's overpowered.
Yeah, but it was like
it's
5
being
patches ago.
used.
M4 was strong long distance. They nerfed it enough that you never use M4 over DMRs ever. You never use M4 over K9. So, like, you pretty much never use it unless you don't have a secondary.
Yeah. Let's
I don't
see. Are you gonna start picking up the barrel? They reduce recoil. It's a laser now, boys. First 8 shots.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna
Yeah.
try barrel. It's always
Yeah.
been pretty decent, like up close.
Yeah,
But now
but
they reduce it, it might be like a new M4.
but like the barrel, the only problem with it was they made it almost, unless you were within, I would say 50 to 60 meters, with 0 attachments, you could still use that gun pretty accurately at that distance. Anything over, I would say 60 is like you're gonna hit and miss, unless you have a vert grip and a compensator.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely need that.
I think the bullet speed was on it pretty slow in barrel as well. I might be wrong.
Yeah.
Just felt like it wasn't fast.
I think it's gonna take my AK spot, maybe.
I mean, it's pretty much 50-50. If you got attachments, I think barrel is
Just
better
pick
than
it up.
AK.
Right?
Yeah, if you got attachments, I'd pick up the barrel over AK. Unless like they made the barrel more similar to the AK with attachments, which I find like if they get attachments, I feel like the barrel needs to be better than the AK, or else it defeats the point of putting the barrel into the game if the AK can already kind of fulfill that role.
Yeah. Okay. There were some other little things. They buffed shotguns a little bit.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Wait, before we do that, can we talk about this tracer thing? I'm not familiar with it.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
So,
So
what
the
does it look like? and how does
M16
it-
and the Mutant are gonna have tracer rounds.
Well, like DMRs have tracers, right?
No.
No.
So as you're shooting, your M16 or
Wait, you can
Mutant,
see the bullet.
you'll be
You
able
can see
to
the bullet.
you'll be able to see the bullet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. DMRs.
Oh
have
yeah,
tracers.
DMRs do have tracers.
Yeah, you can with DMRs. Yeah.
Yeah, if you
Okay.
stare at it, the bullet comes out and you see where it lands.
Yeah. So that will be shooters only. And then they reduced the recoil for fucking burst shots. I think people are gonna start dying a lot to M16 Mutant.
It'll be like the old
Old
Shroud.
way, huh?
Shroud 16, M16.
Okay.
Shroud's M16 felt like faster than an automatic.
That's why I got that skin.
The Shroud.
Alright. And then just whatever, there's some little other changes.
Maybe it's time to go buy shark bites.
The S12K, dude, if you add a suppressor, you'll get spread reduction.
I think I'm the only one that actually has ever used that gun with a suppressor. dude.
2/3 the bonus of a choke. Oh shit. I feel like they should do that to guns too. Alright.
I don't think that's realistic though. That's the thing. Like if you put a suppressor on a gun, it's meant to shoot not nearly as far. So I can see why
True.
like it's hard.
Let's talk about the other things real quick. The gas can, the pouring of the gas can. How's that going to change the dynamic of the game?
Who's actually going to use that?
I mean, if you want to have fun, I think it's perfect, dude.
Yeah, dude. Did you see that Reddit clip where Grizz, they drew a dick and then they blew up the car and they flew up in the air and you could see this penis in the sky?
Yeah, that's what it's great for, dude. It's
Yeah,
great.
dude.
That
Well, it makes
fun content.
pushes. You can kind of like barricade yourself with a trail of gas and shoot it when people come in. So that'll change things a little bit.
I mean,
But,
if you're
like-
200 IQ, dude, I think you could do a bunch of cool stuff with it, man. You could, like, open the hole in the door, throw in the gas can, fucking blow it up.
I guess like I think the throwing is nice. That's
Mhm.
different. And I like the throwing part. But I don't know how much the pouring of the gas. Like,
Yeah,
why would I
throwing's
pour
kinda
the
weird.
gas when I can throw a molly? You know, and the gas can takes more inventory space than the molly.
Well, this is like if you're gonna camp a house or something,
Yeah, just pour it
then
up the
you pour it
staircase.
and yeah.
But why not drop them off? You see what I'm trying to say? Though, like,
Well,
Well, because
because
you have
you're
3 minutes.
upstairs.
It's there for it's there for 3 minutes. All you gotta do is shoot the tip of the where the gas is.
Yeah.
okay.
You have
So
a
like
3.5 minute window.
dude, all the way, like, think of a house in Bikini, all the way down the hall, go up the stairs, and then just light up the stairs, and it'll go all the way down the hall as soon as someone
Well,
comes
then
in.
even Aaron Gale, dude, like you go into your building, start
Mhm.
pouring the first floor all the way up the stairs to the second floor.
Yeah, perfect. I mean, it has its uses. I don't know. It's just more for fun, I think.
It's like a claymore, basically.
Yeah, or maybe like camping a bridge and you did all this stuff, and now you're just having fun. What other little things did they add here?
I like the new thing to the vests where
Oh,
you
yeah.
don't lose your vest, so you can't carry anything anymore.
I just feel like that's kind of like making the game noob friendly. There's something about not having a vest, like final circles and looting corpses to get a vest.
So the damage is still there.
20%.
It still reduces.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which I'm not really happy about. It says, in addition, vests will continue to provide 20% protection and slight aim punch reduction once destroyed. The base protection level was destroyed in the vest will no longer matter for the type of vest you're wearing. And then it's a little tidbit here. This should mean more competitive engagements, even if the situation doesn't allow for looting of a new vest. See, I'm kind of against that.
So so if you have any vest and it's pretty
It's
much broken,
fucked,
it's still gonna do something.
Yeah.
But whether it's 1, 2, or 3, it'll do the same. It'll be the
Yeah,
same.
that'll discourage a lot of looting, which kind of breaks the current meta.
I mean, are you okay with 20% protection and other than the other
I
percentages?
mean, if you lost your vest, you had 0 protection.
Yeah, I say they
So,
should have kept
20%
it
is-
at 0. Keep the inventory, but reduce the damage
Reduce it to 0.
Yeah.
Reduce it down to 0.
Or maybe,
There's
what
no
about like
PvP keep it for
10%?
the- I don't even think it should be a percentage. You don't have a vest, dude. Your vest is fucked. It's taken the maximum number of bullets that it'll protect you from.
Uh-huh.
You should be getting hit full blast. It
But-
incentivizes somebody to actually pick up a new vest.
Yeah, I agree. I don't understand the logic there.
No, I think the vest was completely fine. Whatever.
So how did it work before? If you lost your vest, you lose inventory space only, but you get like you just couldn't pick up anything,
Yeah,
right?
you
But
couldn't
but
pick
you
up
kept what you had up to that original amount, right?
Yeah. So if you're looting shit and you can't even pick anything up, you're like, what the hell?
But I mean, that was fine because you kept all the shit that you had on already.
Yeah. Let's see here. They changed some.
They should reduce the space for a gas can though. I feel like it's taking way too much space.
Takes too much space.
Yeah, they should make it like a Molotov. Wait.
Yeah.
But it's better than a molly, though. That's the difference. Like you can actually, you don't have to pull it out. You can have your gun out and light it for 3 minutes.
They'd be cool. I think they should just make it so you can only carry 2, like, and then it shows up on your character, like on the sides of your backpack or something.
Yeah. So like as like an extra slot, like.
And then I can shoot
No,
it and
could-
blow you up.
Blow it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Everybody would be doing that, dude. Everybody aiming for balls, dude. Like in that area.
Just blows you up, puts you on fire.
All right. So I think that's about it for weapons. There are some sound tweaks that they fixed. They fixed some humming of the blue zone. They fixed the line of sight issue they were having. I saw that on Reddit. It wasn't on this patch notes page. Okay. And then last topic we're going to talk about is anti-cheat.
Step in the right direction. Next step, do the ban for the hardware.
Hardware bans?
Hell yeah, dude.
Well, I mean, so this is how it works right now, right? So you just install a new game, you make a new Steam account, and you can play again. I mean, and these guys are buying games for less than $10.
I mean, it keeps the game alive.
Does it? Or does
Yeah,
it hurt the
in-
game?
Odds some money.
It puts money in that I don't have to spend, and they get banned pretty regularly whenever I report them.
Yeah, but I mean, how many people have left this game because of cheaters? Dude?
But that was because they were rampant with the ranked where they're banning phone numbers. How often are cheaters really gonna,
Oh, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if cheaters help any revenue. It probably costs a fortune to have anti-cheats, and then everyone leaving your game because of cheaters and not making any other revenue.
I mean, the cost benefit analysis probably ends up being a negative one.
And
So
then,
you're
like,
gonna have to submit your phone number? How's that gonna work?
They haven't really shown, but yeah, it'll be a SMS text message that you'll get, and you'll have to put in a code. Someone put a screenshot in.
So what if someone uses like Google Voice and just keeps getting a new
Doesn't work.
number? It
Has to be a registered
knows?
mobile number, yeah. So there's three types of phones, I guess. There's a voice over IP, which is Google. There's a landline, and then there's a mobile phone number. And those numbers get registered as that from your provider.
Oh, okay. So it's not.
So like a Google Voice is not considered a mobile phone; it'll be voice over IP. So as long as they set it up with their system where it's like we only accept mobile phone numbers, then that's all that it'll accept. So like when you register for your bank or something, and you do two-factor authentication, you can't use a Google Voice number.
So one
It
thing I
does.
can see a potential scheme for that is not naming any certain countries, but let's say some certain country specifically was tailored to the hacking service,
Yeah.
and they register themselves as a legit phone company,
Okay.
and it's like they get money to change someone's phone number every single time just to carry a bunch of phone numbers.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, like I can see that being a thing, but it is what it is.
So you think people are gonna go through all that just to hack, and then have to play 5 placement matches to get ranked, and then reinstall Steam and make a new Steam account and reinstall?
I mean,
And then
how bad
just
is
to
five
get-
games when you're hacked on? Let's be honest here.
I don't know. I'm just saying. Let's say you just do it. Say it takes you an hour to do all of that, right? And then you get banned instantly again. Are you gonna go through all that trouble and spend more money? I mean, I would say
I mean,
maybe do
I
it 2
don't
more
think
times.
there's a-
That's it.
I don't think there's any benefit. I don't think there's any benefit to people hacking anymore because the real reason why hackers were so rampant at the beginning was because like their crates were worth money and like people were grinding the shit out of those crates.
Yeah.
And then now people are just dicks. That's why they hack.
Well, we've seen a resurgence of players dropping with bots in the middle of the maps and just like doing 16 kills and then leaving the server and constantly doing that. And they could just be grinding BP for boxes. So they're not jumping into the game and hacking to get kill BP or to get BP, but now they're doing it with their own bots. I guess that's changed a little bit.
I don't think I don't think you can sell like half the stuff that you used to anymore. Anyway.
Well, maybe not. The stuff that's in it, as long as they're old boxes.
Let's be 100% honest though. Like I've been pulling every week. I haven't got a rare drop ever.
Yeah, but you do this by times 1,000.
Right. I guess
They're just farming. They're farming. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
All right. I'm kind of welcoming the anti-cheat.
Yeah, I love it.
If you're like, oh well, you can just go get a new SIM card at the supermarket for $1. Dude, how many times can you do that?
I guess you can. In other countries, it's really cheap to get a SIM
They
card.
can buy like $100 worth of it if that's what they want to do.
That's what I'm saying. So you're gonna do that. You're gonna install the card. You're gonna make a new account. You're gonna buy a new game. You're gonna get all that set up, and you're gonna do your placement matches again, just to get banned again, and then have to go back to the supermarket to get a new SIM card. That's crazy, dude.
You buy 5 in a row, dude. And
Especially here in America, like I know, like if you have AT&T phone, like you got to go to the AT&T store. It's like $15.
it's way cheaper in like other
Yeah,
countries,
yeah, for
too.
sure.
North America has like the highest fucking phone rates. It's stupid.
Okay. I think that's all we're gonna talk about tonight. Are you guys ready for Tuesday?
Ready enough.
Yeah, we're ready for
I
that.
don't really,
What's
really
the-
have a choice.
What rank do you think you guys are gonna be?
I don't think I'll be able to play with the Synthesis anymore.
Are you gonna be master?
Easy, dude.
Easy?
Not good last time they were doing it.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
depends if you'll still play with us anymore. You know.
I mean, would you be
We
mad
might
if you
not
were
be able
gold?
to-
We're not gonna be gold, dude. Come on.
I'm gonna be gold, dude. I'm gonna start gold.
Shy, what are you gonna be?
I think 300 is gonna be master. Anybody over 250 should be master.
No.
No way.
No,
Yeah.
dude. No.
I'm telling you, man.
No.
If you're 300, like 20% win rate, you should be master.
Should you be?
Yep. I'm pretty sure that's what it's gonna be, dude.
I mean, what the hell's platinum then?
Right. I thought master was the high.
It is.
Platinum's
But I mean,
under.
there's fucking platinum.
And I think that's where I think majority of low
Platinum is
to
like-
high platinum would be 300.
200.
No.
Platinum, yeah. Platinum is gonna be like, dude, under 200.
Under
Think
200 for
about it,
platinum.
silver is gonna be like
150 is
70 to 100. Gold is gonna be like 100 to like 150.
No,
Platinum's gonna be
gold
150.
I think would
No
be like
fucking
two,
way.
no, I think it's gonna be two. Okay, let me. I think golds will be like 200 to high 200s. Platinums will be the higher winning rates of the 200, the mid 200s to the 300s, and then like platinum will be 360 plus, and then masters will be like the 400s.
No way. No way.
Synthesis is at 400. Cataclysm is at 400. Like 500. Cataclysm is at 489. Harmonic is at like 600.
Dude, you're naming like top 100 players in A. Like, they're not gonna make masters for top 100 players.
So you think it's gonna be 200 plus?
What, masters?
Yeah.
I think 300, 20% win rate is gonna be masters.
I
That's
could
what
I
it
could
was last time.
I could fuck with that. That sounds good. I mean, but does that mean that if you're in Masters, does each tier have a top 500? Is that what's going on? Because if you're in Masters, I couldn't see there being a lot of players like that.
I don't like the rank decay thing. Your rating
Yo,
will
there's
start
gonna be
going
decay.
down
Like, you gotta
if
play
you don't.
full season.
Well, I'm
to
just saying
make
if
it
you
there.
play
Decay is after masters though.
diamond
Oh,
and
it's
above.
after-
But even you'll lose some even if you don't play for one day.
No, I think they said a week.
No, that's when
7
it's
days.
If you're continuously
Oh,
offline
it
for like
starts-
7 days.
Where does it say that?
Rank decay on the right bottom right,
so 1 week.
where you
See
have the
that.
titles.
So player who are at diamond rank or above will begin to face RP DK if they do not play any ranked games for a week or more in a row. So if
I
you're
mean-
just like trying to maintain your thing, you just play once a week.
What if you're just like that guy that just, you know, you land and you die?
Those
And
will
he's-
be bronze.
Yeah, but I mean, say you do have 300 ADR or 400 ADR, you're a 400 ADR player, but you just don't, you know, not really a team player. I see it all the time, dude. 500 ADR players. They got like 2% win rates. You know, like how does that? How does
those
that
guys
guy?
are not going to be diamond. That's what I
But-
said. I think the cutoff
but-
is going to be like 320%. If you're
So,
below 20%,
so what? They're just gonna be silver or gold players, 500 ADR, just shredding on kids, not
No,
even
they'll
going
be
for
like-
wins, huh?
platinum diamond. That's why they get stuck with low win rate.
I
Think
think
about how it used to work, like when the rank was good. You had to win. Like you had to place top 3 when you climb up.
yeah.
Yeah, you got like 1 or 2 points.
I think that's
once
how
you
this
get-
is going to work, similar to that.
Yeah, but isn't the whole point to play with players of your same skill level? Like, why should a bronze player that's 50 ADR have to fight a 500 ADR player just because he's lost a bunch?
Well, no, I think because of the algorithm,
Mm-hmm.
the amount of KD. Remember how you said those 3 factors that get counted: placement, KD, and what was it?
I mean, it's just gonna throw them into the mix, I guess.
Right, but if they're at like 500 plus ADR, I think ADR should be also thrown into the mix because like the amount of ADR that you do directly relates to how often you actually hit your shots, as well as like I think it has more of an effect than actually how many kills you get per game. Because getting a knock is actually quite helpful in a push, even if you don't kill somebody.
Yeah. I mean, the developers were saying like, oh, it's easy to get ADR. Okay.
Yeah, but it's like getting kills just like makes people want to thirst a lot more. Like there's no incentive to like keep them alive because it ups your rank every time you kill somebody now.
Well, there you bait the other people. You don't get like 1 red left. I feel like if you can bait them, you will.
Yeah. Do they
I
bait?
guess
I think the biggest change is gonna be like, since we're not just gonna quit out a game, everybody's gonna play like as safe as possible because you don't want to die early, and then watch your teammate play out the full game. Because you're not gonna like molly or nade yourself if you're sweating.
Yeah, I think everyone's gonna play a lot sweatier.
Is there gonna be like a team? If your team places first but you died early, still gonna get points?
I think there's
It
going to be
says
a lot
no.
more.
Now?
Well, I mean, I'm sure you'll get some points, but it said something about like
It says personal placement. I see it. Kills. It
Yeah.
says personal placement.
personal placement when a player. Yeah, so the personal placement. Yeah, I don't think that's like team placement, dude.
But like that's where I'm saying like ADR I guess plays a role into that because like if you significantly did way better at the beginning of the game and because of that you were able to push your team past certain humps,
That's assists.
but then all of a sudden you get an unlucky knock, like an unlucky knock.
Yeah, those are
Like,
assists.
now your personal placement is at like 20,
Yeah.
for example. But I don't think they're equally weighted. I think placement always
obviously
has
not.
like a
Yeah,
higher.
yeah. Okay.
So if you're just unlucky, I think that gives that's kind of bullshit because then you were able your team survived because you were able to clutch that first 3 fights, and then due to an unlucky shot to your face, you're basically your placement's basically stuck where it is.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that's gonna do it for the the talk. You guys ready to play?
Yeah.
Yep, let's do it.
There's 5.
I moved the guy.
The least contributor to the podcast.
Let's go squad 1.
Stir me!
You didn't talk the whole time, Shy.
Wait, what's going on?
We're playing now.
I waited all that.
No,
Oh, dude, I
no,
was feeling like.
what? What?
You didn't say anything whenever we asked you a question. We didn't know you were there.
Dude, I've been zoning out. Like,